Now the next point is, we already know whenever we declare any variable, system work two tasks with respect to that particular declarative statement. What are those two tasks? First task that system will do is allocate a memory block for this particular variable, and after allocate memory for the variable, system will assign a value to that particular allocated memory. What happen in case of local variable and in case of global variable? How system will allocate memory for a local variable and how system will allocate a memory for global variable? Now we will see that thing. Before we learn how memory will allocate for a global variable, how memory will allocate for a local variable, before we learn that thing, we need to know how system will allocate memory for a particular program. So what happened at the time of program execution? First of all, we programmer need to write the program. After that, that particular program will execute by the system. But before execute the program by the system, that program need to be loaded into the main memory. That means system need to allocate some memory for the program to load it into the main memory. Now how system will allocate memory for any particular given program, that thing we will learn first. After that we will go for how memory is allocated for local variable and global variable. So look, when we write any program, at that time the program will contain only two types of component. What are those components? We write program and that particular program contains only two types of component. What are those type of components? First one is instruction and the second one is data. Now what is data? Data means constant value. And any constant value or data we need to store that constant value or data into the main memory, Now how we can store the data in main memory? That thing we do with the help of variable. That means for data we need what? We need variables. Now again, variables can be of two forms. First one is local variable and then the second one is global variable. Now look, now a program can contain instruction, local variable and global variable. Now when a memory is allocated for any particular program, at that time memory space is required for instruction, local variable as well as global variable. Now the memory that allocated for the instruction is called code section. The memory allocated for local variable is called stack section. The memory allocated for a global variable is called data section. Clear? That means whenever a memory is allocated for a program, that particular memory space is divided into three basic segments. First segment is code section, second one is stack section and third one is data section. But along with these three sections, we also have two more sections. First one is heap section and then we have debug section. So whenever memory is allocated for any particular program, at that time that particular memory is divided into total 5 sections, and those sections are code section, stack section, data section, heap section and debug section. Within these 5 section, heap section, the debug section is not included in our GATE syllabus. So we will skip this particular section and we will work with remaining 4 section. Now, how these 4 sections are grouped together to represent a particular program in memory. So this is the memory that allocated to this particular program. Let's assume that. So the first section is called debug section. The next section is called code section. Next section is called data section. Next section is called heap section. Next section is free, and then the final section is called stack section. Now, these are the various sections in which a program is represented in digital memory. Now, the purpose of each section. Now look, this debug section is used for debugging purpose, clear, and that debugging section is not in our GATE syllabus, so we ignore this part and we will work with remaining 4 part. So we will not work with the debug section. Now, the purpose of code section. Why this code section is used? This code section is used to hold the instruction of the program. So this code section contains all instruction. Now, what is the purpose of this data section? Look, whenever we declare any global variable, the memory of that particular variable is allocated from this data section. So what is the use of this data section? The data section is used to allocate memory for global variable. So this one is used for global variable. Now, what is the purpose of this heap section? This heap section is used to allocate memory at runtime. Clear? That means when we use dynamic memory allocation, at that time we will learn heap section in details. For now, we skip the heap section as well. So for now, we just know that this heap section is used to allocate memory at runtime. Runtime memory allocation. Now, what is the purpose of this stack section? All the local variables are allocated from this stack section. Local variable, that means memory, whenever we declare any local variable, at that time the memory allocated to that local variable from this stack section. Clear? Now along with this, within this 5 segment, this code segment is used for instruction, but all these segments are used for data. Clear? Now, what is this part? This part is free. That means this one is not assigned to any of the section. Neither it is allocated to stack section, neither it is allocated to heap section. Then what is the purpose of this free part? Why system allocates some free space in between stack and heap section? Look, when program starts execution, at that time there is a possibility that it may require some extra space to execute the program. That means this stack and heap, both section is also used for program execution purpose also. Clear? So whenever at the time of program execution, if extra memory is required for stack, at that time this particular stack will increase in downwards, and if extra space is required for heap section, at that time this particular heap section will increase upwards. Clear? So this both stack and heap section is also used for program execution. That means at the time of processing also these stack and heap sections are used. Clear? But the section only used to allocate memory for global variable. Now look, whenever we allocate any variable from stack section, at that time the initial value is always garbage value. That means whenever any memory is allocated for any variable from stack section, at that time the initial value is garbage value. Now whenever memory is allocated from heap section, at that time the initial value will be either 0 or garbage. But when memory is allocated from data section, at that time system automatically initialize that particular variable with 0. That means what will be the initial value for a particular variable, that depends from where system will allocate the memory for the variable. If the memory is allocated from stack section, at that time it will be initial value will be garbage value. If memory is allocated from heap section, at that time the initial value will be either 0 or garbage. If the memory is allocated from data section, at that time the initial value is always 0. Clear? So depending on from where the memory is allocated for a variable, depending on that thing the initial value of the variable is also changed. Now so when we work with the global variable, at that time memory will be allocated from data section and that global variable will be initialized with 0. But if we declare any local variable, at that time the memory is allocated from stack section and initialized with garbage value. So variable then allocation from allocate from then initial value. So for local variable allocated from stack section, and whenever memory is allocated from stack section, at that time initial value will be garbage value. Now next thing we have is global variable. So for any global variable, memory is allocated from data section, and whenever memory is allocated from data section, the initial value will be 0. That means here the initial value will be 0. Clear? So this is from where memory will be allocated for local variable and for global variable, and at that time what will be the initial value in case of local variable and what will be the initial value in case of global variable. All these things we already learned.